Hello there. Hello. My name is Loretta, and I am your businesswoman coach. My title is I'm a certified master high conflict negotiation coach, and I got certified through the Rebecca Zung organization. She's the number one top attorney in the nation. She is a best selling author of two books. One being Negotiate Like You Matter, the other one being Slay the Bully, the art of negotiating with a narcissist and the art of negotiate with the narcissist and win. I know that time because I read that book. I read the manuscript. I bought the book. I bought several books because as part of my coaching program, I will give away the book once you sign up for a package with me in my business. Now, today we're going to talk about the power of decision. Okay. A lot of people I'm finding do not want to make decisions, and understandably so, because decisions are hard. And the thing about a decision is that you don't know what's going to be on the other side of that decision. You have some hope, you have some theory of what you would like to happen, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, right? Sometimes we're okay with it, we're happy, sometimes we're not, right? So, but I got my cheat sheet here, okay? But making the decision must be done. It's something that we have to do because what it does is it moves us forward. Okay, a decision will move us forward in our lives. We won't remain stuck, okay, in a situation. We won't, you know, be at a standstill, so to speak. And you don't want to be at a standstill. You want to make a decision, right? You'll be at a standstill if you don't make them, right? Life will make your decisions for you at that point. If you're at a standstill and you don't make a decision on your life, life will make a decision for you. And it might be something that you like, and it might be something that you don't like. So that's what you don't want. You don't want life to make a decision for you. You want to go ahead and make your own decision. And we're going to talk about that. I know I keep saying that word. It's because it's prevalent in a lot of people. A lot of people stay stuck at one place, one job, one situation because they're afraid of what's going to be on the other side of that decision. It might be a lot of factors. Maybe it'll affect the children. Maybe it'll affect your mental state of mind. Maybe it'll affect your job. Maybe you feel like you're too old to make the decision, so you just might as well stay stuck where you are. There are a lot of factors that come into play. So examples, I just said a couple of them of decision making is changing jobs. Maybe you've been on your job for 20 years and you're bored. You know how to work your job backwards and forwards, right? But you want to do something different. Maybe you had a dream that you always wanted to pursue. I know I worked for this one woman when I worked for the state that when she retired, she took up piano. And then she started participating in, what do you call, is it, I don't know what it is, recitals, concertos. Anyway, she started doing concerts. This is what I can say. Little mini concerts here and there. And she absolutely loved it. I think if that's something that she would have done or started out as a kid, that she would have been one of the greatest pianists in the world because she was that good. We went to go see her one time, and wow, it was phenomenal. She was really great. So sometimes, making those decisions in our lives, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. You could be dealing with a high conflict individual and you're just ready to leave, or you're ready to maybe you've been with them 30, 40 years and it's like, oh, well, I might as well stay here. I know them. I hear that a lot too. Might as well stay here. I know them. But are you happy? Are they treating you with respect? These are some things that you have to ask yourself. Do you want to stay stuck? Do you want to be at a standstill? Do you want to Stay in the sinking sand. I had an uncle that actually told me, he said, it's okay to be selfish to yourself. In other words, it's okay to love you. Love you. If it calls for making a decision about you and other people don't like it, that's on them. Basically, once you're here, you're responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your own happiness. There is no Calvary that's coming to say, with a happy banner that says, hey, Loretta, be happy. Hey, be happy. Be happy this day. Be happy that day. No, you're responsible for your own happiness, your own peace, your own joy. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. All right? That's what you have to do. I'm telling you, be selfish to yourself. I mean, if you want to get your hair done and there's a bill that has to be paid, but your hair is looking scraggly, but this bill comes every month. This bill comes every month, but you want to get your hair done. Okay, well, what's going to cause you to love yourself more? Getting your hair done. So you have to call the bill collector, tell them, say, hey, I can't pay this month. I'll pay it next month. Take the money, go get your hair done. This is if you don't have the money to do it or if it's tight for you. And then what you do is you make sure that you make payment arrangements with the creditors or whoever your bill you're paying so that you can keep up with your bills. That's called communicating with them too. I mean, that's just an example of one, all right, of being selfish to yourself. Say if you want to go on a trip, you don't have any money. Same scenario applies, put some money away, or if somebody's willing to loan you some, make sure you pay them back. Always keep your word. But listen, it's okay to be selfish to yourself. Maybe you want to treat yourself to a steak dinner. Do it. What's holding you back? Do it. Don't say money. Don't say money. Money is plentiful. Money is really plentiful. I don't care if you're getting $1,000 a month, you can take one bill and say, I'm going to pay you next month. Call them up and say, something came up, I'm going to pay you next month. And you go take yourself out to dinner and buy that steak dinner. Why? Because you matter. We have Black Lives Matter. We have all these other little sayings that people say that matter. But you know what? You matter. Yes, you matter. Remember that. Don't ever shortchange yourself. Okay. So, some people, when they don't want to decide, that's called indecision. Okay. And some examples of indecision is, I talked about it earlier, is that we stay stuck, right? You don't want to stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. If you're stuck, you're going to look up 5 years from now and you're going to say, hey, I'm in the same place I was 5 years ago. Do you know what that feels like? That feels like, yeah, trust me, I've been there. Stuck. You look up and 5 years have passed you by. What have you done in the last 5 years to advance yourself, to help yourself, to love yourself? You look up and you're at the same place. I don't know about you, but that drove me crazy. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I have to do something for myself. And another example of indecision, something that indecision will do, is that you will never grow. You'll never grow. You look back and you haven't done anything to promote your growth. We are here as human beings to grow, to live, to thrive, not to sit and be a stump on the log. No, we're not doing that. No, no. Another thing that indecision does will keep you in a sinking sand. You may shrink back or shirk back into depression. You may shirk back into, depression is really prevalent right now because people are giving up on life. People are giving up on themselves. And that's entering into what I call sinking sand because you're like going down, 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 down. But only you and you alone have the power to pick yourself back up again. Think on that. You can do it. Like I said earlier, there's no cavalry coming to help you. You have to save yourself. Have enough love for yourself. Forget the people that are around you. Forget your circumstances. Look forward. What is it that you want? What's your North Star? What are your goals? What would you like to see yourself doing next week, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? What would you like? And start making a decision to pick yourself up. I don't care if it's just taking a walk down the block and coming back. I don't care if it's walking to the store and getting yourself some milk and cookies and coming back. You have to do it. You have to decide. Even if it calls for signing up for a therapist, speak to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that. You'd be surprised how many people speak to therapists. And you'd be surprised how many therapists speak to therapists. Yeah. Everybody's going through it nowadays. Everybody's going through it. You don't want to be in that sinking sand. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to be brave, okay? Make that decision. Please do. Trust your instincts, okay? Glasses off. I keep pushing them up. Trust your instincts. If they're wrong, it's okay. You just make another decision. If that decision is wrong, it's okay. You make another decision. If that decision doesn't get you what you want, okay, you make another decision, because guess what? Life is about making decisions. You can't get away from making a decision, or else life will make a decision for you. And that's a decision also. Look, decision brings growth, like I said earlier. And because you learn from each of the decisions that you make, it brings growth. If I hadn't decided to become a coach, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't be able to talk to my clients and help them navigate through high conflict relationships. Okay? You have to negotiate with high conflict people. Okay? And there's a method that actually works and it's proven. Okay? If the decision will benefit you and not hurt anybody else, stick to your decision. Then stick to it. If the decision won't hurt anybody else, but it'll benefit you, stick to it. And you'll be happy that you did. Sometimes you might have a doubt about your decision. But if it's something that will be beneficial for you, then you go ahead and make that decision, even if you doubt that decision, because you don't really know what's going to be on the other side of it, right? This is what I want you to do. I want you to go in your browser and go to YBW Coaching, which is your businesswoman coaching, ybwcoaching.info. Scroll to the bottom and go ahead and make an appointment with me. I'd love to talk to you about the decisions that you're struggling with or having to want to make. And, we're here to help each other, and I'd love to talk to you about that and help you navigate through that. Okay, so go ahead and make your appointment with me. It's free. The first 30 minutes is free. So then you can decide whether you want to coach with me or not. Also, you can go to my link tree. It's linktree.com /YR Businesswoman. YR Businesswoman. Okay. All right. It was a pleasure talking to you about the power of decision. You got to decide because you want to grow. You don't want to stay stuck. You don't want to be in the sinking sand. You don't want to look back 5 years from now and you're still in the same place that you are right now. That's not fun. That's not great. Okay. So I love you. I want you to keep going. All right. My name is Loretta and I'm happy to serve you. Take care.